Your anonymous tips into Milwaukee Crime Stoppers helped solve 4 crimes and reward tipsters this week. One of the crimes solved, a homicide, and the tipster will get a $26,000 reward. On July 28th of this year at a gas station on 37th and Villard, someone shot and killed motorcyclist Aaron Brzezowski. It happened around 4 o'clock in the morning while the 45-year-old was on his bike. An anonymous tipster turned in one of the people involved, and when that person calls 224-TIPS, that number, and calls back, and they give that code that they got when they called the first time to report the tip, they'll get instructions to receive a total of $26,000 in reward money. Usually for a homicide like this, the tipster would get a $1,000 reward. But Milwaukee Crime Stoppers announced months ago that the next person to call in a tip about a homicide in Milwaukee that leads to an arrest would get an additional $25,000. That money was donated by attorney Michael Hupy of Hupy and Abraham Law Offices, who's also the president of Milwaukee Crime Stoppers.
I think that the added reward motivates people. It'll bring closure to the family. It'll be a lesson to the community that someone was arrested. The tipster was paid a reward. And frankly, it warns would-be criminals that they shouldn't commit a crime because they could be caught and go to prison. And if it's a murder, it could be for the rest of their life.
3 other crimes were also solved because of anonymous tips. 2 wanted suspects involved in non-fatal shootings were captured. One that happened near Pleasant Valley Park off of East Locust. Another on West Clark and North 27th Street. And a burglary was also solved that happened at Ritz Foods on Villard Avenue. These and the dozens of other crimes solved because of your anonymous tips proves Milwaukee Crime Stoppers works. So pick up the phone and call 414-224-8477, or you can use the P3 Tips app available to download from the App Store if you know something about any crime in Milwaukee. No one will ever know that you called, and as you just saw for yourself, if your tips lead to an arrest, you get cash.